Oh. Okay. All right. Welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Mindy. Hope you all are doing well Monday. Now I can see everybody. Okay. So just begin in your chair. We're going to be doing seated exercises, and then we'll be standing up, doing a bit of balancing, and finish up with maybe some guided meditation. We'll just see how the time goes, but we'll start before we move to deepen the breath. So this is where we sit away from the back of the chair. We'll find our two sit bones sitting on the chair, our feet right underneath our knees, roll our shoulders up, back and around a couple of times, get comfortable in the seat. And when we sit away from the back of the chair and not leaning up against it, we're using our core muscles and practicing that tall posture. So shoulders relaxed, feet grounded, soles of the feet steady, and then either gazing down or closing your eyes. Begin to breathe in and out of your nose, taking longer, more steady breaths. So this breath we take at the beginning of practice is a little bit longer than your normal daily breath. So we slow it down. We don't want to force the breath, but maybe begin to stretch it out a little bit. Stretch out those inhales and exhales. And then we take a breath, it's called Ujjayi breath, but it's basically like if you're fogging a mirror, or if you were startled, that kind of a breath. It's kind of at the base of the throat, but you do that with your mouth closed. So a little constriction at the base of the throat. And the sound it makes is almost as if you were to put a shell up to your ear. It's kind of the sound of the ocean. So hear the breath come and go. The goal is to keep this smooth, steady cycle of breath all throughout class, and then really all throughout your day. And we'll sit up maybe a little bit taller by lengthening through our rib cage, especially right there between our shoulder blades. Lift up tall, and we're going to begin to move. So inhale, keeping our chin parallel to the floor. Exhale your right ear over its shoulder. Good, and we'll just let the weight of the head begin to stretch the side of the neck, and then hold here. Roll that left shoulder back and down a little bit. And with each exhale, maybe lower the head a little bit more, a little closer to the shoulder. Good. And then we'll inhale ourselves back up through center, and then exhale the left ear over. Roll the right shoulder back and down, breathe deeply. And then you can also move your chin. You can tilt it to feel a spot that feels like it needs the best stretch, and then pause and breathe there. A couple more deep breaths in that tighter spot. Good. Make sure you're sitting tall, and then we'll roll our chin to our chest. The weight of the head's doing the work of this stretch. Shoulders relax. The weight of the head is creating some space now across the back of the neck for us. Just pause here and breathe. Good. And then we'll take our head center and shrug our shoulders, really hunch them up toward your ears, and then exhale, release them back down. There you go. Exhale, shrug, and then release. Good. Inhale, exhale, and now a couple more times, and then we'll add a little bit of a shoulder roll to that. Good. So let's shrug them up, but then roll them back and down. Up with those shoulders, and then relax. Good. So it's a shrug and a roll. And this one I like because it does break up adhesions. Connective tissue gets along the shoulder girdle, in between muscle groups, in between the bones, between the ribs. So we use the shoulder blade movement to break that up so we have more range of motion, a little more freedom in those shoulders. Good. And then take your arms and reach them out. Just get a nice stretch. and fingertips to your shoulders. And we might want to scoot up a little bit because we're going to point our elbows ahead of us and then begin to make circles in toward ourselves. So it's kind of circling out in front of us versus like a backstroke, right? So big circles here. This is an internal rotation of your shoulders, sitting tall and drawing the circle with your elbow right out in front of you. The aim is to stretch and open up those shoulder joints. Good. Keep breathing, and we'll make this circle as large as we can. Pain-free range of motion, warming up the shoulder. 2 more this direction, and you might hear some popping. Good to hear them moving, and then go the other direction. There you go, up and around. Nice. Now this is external rotation. You might feel a little differently. Maybe you can make a larger circle this direction. Just see. Really feel what's happening underneath those shoulder blades. So good, up and around. Nice. Now let's release our hands. Let's take a little bit of a side stretch. So we're going to have our left hand holding the chair, right arm straight up. We'll have that nice axial extension and then lean. So bend your left elbow, root the right sit bone, and you can look up past that right arm. You can look straight ahead or even down at the floor, whatever feels best. But just lean over to your left, keep both sit bones on the chair. If you feel yourself start lifting out of that right sit bone, really breathe it down, press down through your foot and the hip, and feel that stretch on the right side body. Deep breath here. Good, reaching up and over nice and deeply, and then come back through center and take it to the other side. So right hand holds on, left arm reaches, lift tall, and then bend your right elbow, pull that left shoulder back and lean. Good, stretch off to the side, your arms by your ear, both feet planted, both sit bones rooted. Good, breathe in and stretch those ribs just a little bit more. Nice, another breath. Exhale that out, good job. Legs a little wider, we're going to slide our hands to our knees, bend our elbows, and we can lower the chest right in between the thighs, and then lengthen ourselves nice and long. So we're keeping our heads an extension of the spine, just looking at the floor. Good, take another breath. Exhale. Now, anybody who wants to slide their hands a little bit lower, even all the way down toward your ankles or shins, you can round your back a little bit more, bend your elbows. We're just going for a nice stretch in the back body. So another breath into the back and side ribs, and then hands to your knees and slowly press yourself back up. Good job. Now we're going to slide our hands to our hips, lift our chin. Squeeze those elbows back and then round forward into cat and tuck your chin. Really take your back to the space behind you. And then inhale, shift those sit bones back, lift up. And then exhale, tuck the tail under and really curl. Good. Now let's come up to neutral spine and we're going to lower our chin to our chest. Take our right ear over the shoulder, back through center, and then the left ear over. Excellent. You might hear crunch, 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 and that's perfectly normal. The more you do this, the less crunching you'll have. It's good to break that up. Yes. Ooh, now just pause with your right ear over the shoulder. Lengthen your left palm out toward the floor. Good. Really reach through those fingers. And then hand to your lap, roll your head to center. Take your left ear over and your right fingers down. Good, so palm faces the floor. Back through center, I'm going to take the right ear over, this time palm up. So you have a bit of an external rotation, lengthen through your fingers, it's a different stretch. Good, hand to the lap, left ear over, right arm out, but palm up. So roll that thumb back and down. Good, now changing it up again, right ear over the shoulder. This time left palm out, but we're going to turn it up and turn it down. So external rotation, internal rotation. Now come back through center, step your feet in front of you. Left arm is going to come overhead. Good. We're going to bend our left elbow so your thumb is right in front of your shoulder. Hold that left elbow back, but look right. Ooh, good. And then come back through center. Take that left arm up and a bit of a backstroke. As you take the fingernails to the wall and floor where they meet back there, look right. Good. Big breath in, and then you're going to windmill that all the way up and back onto your lap. Take it to the other side. So right arm is going to come up. Good job. Take your, oh, whoops, sorry. Before you do that, take your hand back down. I forgot this one. Tuck your chin. Take your left ear over and your right arm out. Yeah, we got to turn that palm up and down. Good. Up and down. Nice. Now we're ready. We're going to have the head neutral and the right arm up. This way we're equal on both sides. We'll bend the right elbow, thumb right in front of your shoulder. Hold that elbow back and look left. Feel all that connective tissue stretching. Good. Come back through center. Right arm up. This time, windmill back like a backstroke. Think about your fingers touching where the wall and floor meet and look to the left. Nice. Now windmill that back to center and both arms out there. Flip the thumbs up, look up, flip the palms down, round. Good. So I want just a little mini cat-cow on that upper back. Nice. And then hands to the lap. We'll take those knees wider. We'll take our cat-cow this way. Open wide. And then exhale and hug as you round. Good. Inhale like a flower. Opens to the sun in the morning. And then curls and tight at night. Good. Two more like that. Inhale. Really stretch across the chest. One arm on top. And then separate those shoulder blades. Good. Inhale. Open wide. And then exhale. Big hug. Hold on and separate those shoulders. Good. Feet back in front of you and shoulder roll. Let's take those elbows too. Good job. Nice movement there. Up, back, and around. Good. Two more like that. Nice. Now, both arms out to the side and up and overhead. Right hand stays. Left arm hangs onto the chair or reaches to the floor. And we're going to look up at that right thumb. And then both arms up. Right hand to the chair toward the floor and lean. Good. Both arms up. Right hand is going to pull back into a twist. Left arm reaches forward. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Left arm pulls back. Feel that stretch along your bicep. Good. Now come back to center. Here we're going to lean forward about 45 degrees and take those pinkies, the triceps, up toward the ceiling. Inhale back up. Nice and straight. So as we hinge forward, to keep that straight spine, we're not rounding our spine, lowering the arms and then lifting them up. One more time, shoulders over hips, maybe look up this time. And then exhale, neutral spine, neutral neck, and take those arms back. Good, arms back up to the ceiling. Look up, exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to repeat that again. So legs are going to come back to goddess, arms wide. Look at the space between your hands and then exhale, hug, looking at your belly button. Inhale, open wide, stretch it. Exhale, coil it in, opposite on top. Keep going, alternating that arm on top and that big hug. Sit bones shift back and forward. Ooh, good job. One more time. Open up, exhale and round it. Good, feet back in front of us. This time, let's take one arm and the other, roll it around. Good, big circles, move those shoulders. Nice. Let's take the left arm up first. So left arm up and then hold on to the chair or reach for the floor. Option to look up at that left thumb and then arms overhead. A nice tall reach. Hang on to the chair, reach for the floor, lengthen. Good. Arms up. This time, left arm back first, twisting to our left. Good. Inhale, center, twist to the right. Nice. Now, 3 times, we're going to hinge forward. Keep that tall spine and strong core. Take those arms back and up, and then inhale, arms overhead. So we want to strengthen those triceps, pinkies up toward the ceiling. Good. Inhale, up. And then one more time, hinge it forward, use that core. Good, and then inhale, come up. Nice, now hands to your heart, we're gonna interlace everything but our index finger and thumb. Index fingers shoot straight up to the ceiling. Nice, root your sit bones, we're gonna lean to our left. Nice, inhale, center. Axial extension and then lateral flexion. Yeah, we need to be moving laterally like this every day. Really strengthens our spine, supports our SI joint and your low back where your sacrum and spine meet, and then circle those wrists. Yeah. Click, 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 right? Get that hydration in there. Now roll the shoulders. We're going to take our right ear back over the shoulder. If it feels okay, right hand's going to come and assist, but it's just weight. It's not going to pull that ear down heavily. It's just going to weight it. Good, breathe here. Now begin to turn your chin towards your armpit, stretching those posterior scalenes. That should feel good back there. If it doesn't, back it out. And again, we're not forcing the chin down. We're just applying a little bit of gentle pressure. And then go ahead and take your ear back over your shoulder. Use your right hand to put your head back on neutral. Ooh, and then that left ear lowers, and the left hand, if you feel comfortable, can rest back there, but if not, you can always take it off. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to force that ear down. Good, you can do a lot of damage to those ligaments forcing that down, and that takes a long time to heal. So just be very careful and turn your chin slowly. Notice where you feel a deep stretch and pause and breathe. Go to that tightest spot there. Nice. Keep breathing, keep stretching. And then ear back over the shoulder. Use your left hand to put your head back on. And then give it a little test drop. See how you can turn your head. What's that range of motion to the right and left? Good work. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So we'll need our strap. And we'll take the strap over our left shoulder. You're going to have part of your strap in the front of you and part of the strap behind you. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. You could use a scarf or a sash off your bathrobe, or you don't even need one if you don't have anything like that. But the left hand, the back of the hand is going to slide to your right hip pocket and then all the way up to your right shoulder blade, or as close as you can get. Roll that right shoulder down. Left hand's going to reach up and grab the strap. So we've got the top elbow bent. If you can get your forearm behind your head, that's great. And then both hands are going to hold onto the strap and pull. So the left arm pulls up and the right arm pulls down. Keep rolling that right shoulder back and the left tricep forward. Good. And then we'll lean off to the right a little bit. Get a good stretch in that armpit, the tricep, all the way down into the hip, because the shoulder and the hip all interconnected by connective tissue. Good. Now let's come back through center and switch sides. Placing the strap on our right shoulder. Good. The right arm, it's going to come and touch the left arm on top. Hold on to that strap. But whoops, opposite side. Sorry. Opposite, switch sides, switch sides. Sorry, our doorbell rang and that distracted me. Roll your left shoulder back and down, then the right tricep forward. Now this time the top arm, the right arm pulls up and the left arm pulls down. You're going to sit nice and tall, and you can push that left forearm into your back and then lean to your right. So we use the strap because there's no need to hook your fingers together. If you have tight shoulders, it's not possible. So the strap just makes our arms a little longer. Good. And then come back through center. It's a nice shoulder stretch, nice tricep stretch. And we're going to release that strap. Okay, so strap to the floor, carpal tunnel stretch with shoulders relaxed. Right arm now, palm is up. The fingers, we're going to press them toward the floor first, and then gently back toward us. So we've got a long line of energy through that arm, through the carpal tunnel. We want the crook of the elbow straight and facing up toward the ceiling. Good. getting into those forearm extenders. And then the left arm, palm up, arm straight, and pull the fingers down and then back towards you gently. Good. Breathe. It's a big sensation in that wrist. Carpal tunnel. And then palms together. Flip the palms to where the backs of the hands are together, palms face out. A bit of a fist here and pump your fingers towards your shoulders. So backs of the wrists touching and stretching those forearms. Good work. And then roll the wrists and move the fingers. Good. I love that one. And it keeps our fingers working, our wrists lubricated. Open and close the fist. Good. All of that good arthritis work. And then we're going to swing our arms, palms touch, thumbs touch behind your neck back there. Good. Take that forward and back. Nice. Everything moving, the elbows, the shoulders. Tap behind your head as best you can. Couple more, just moving. All right, great job. Now, let's take those feet out again. A couple of cat-cows to extend and flex through the spine. So around there and lift. Good work. You can take cat-cow every single day. It's so important for the health of our spine to move all 6 directions. Flexion and extension. This is flexion and extension, our lateral, and then our twists. Good, all 6 directions. Let's come back through center and grab our strap again for some shoulder stretching. Good, so we'll take the strap in our hands with our shoulders relaxed, arms out in front of us, and we might take our hands wider than our shoulders. So with shoulders down and necks long, arms overhead, good, and then back to shoulders height. So just testing out that range of motion and lifting and lowering. Fantastic, everybody. And then anyone who can, we're going to take that back behind us. So that's going to mean arms nice and wide. And then just the arms side to side. So we're not leaning the spine, just your arm. Move in the front of the shoulder there. Rotator cuff, pec minor. Give it all a good stretch. Good work. And then release. Excellent job. Let's take the strap, put it off to the side. Flexion of our knee. So with a tall spine, we'll hug that knee in. Sit nice and tall. Good. Squeeze in there. So it's like an omega-3 bath for your knee. So no real fluid here being released. Good. And then let's take it to the other side. So let's lift that knee, hug it in. Do the best you can with that. If you have a knee replacement that's not in your range of motion, just leave this out. Good. Every now and again, it's good to get a nice flexion like that, though. Good job. All right, we'll have a seat. Maybe sit back a little bit, but we'll have our seat lean forward. So that right leg out, right foot's nice and flexed. The left hand on the knee, the right hand sliding. And just keep bending that left elbow. Right hand's going to rest where it feels comfortable. So that might be on your hip pocket. It could be on your shin or your toes if you can reach them. But let's not tuck our chin. So long spine. And then lower your chest towards your thigh at a degree. And pull the toes back with or without holding them. Just flex your leg. Flex your foot a whole lot there. Good. Breathe. Excellent. One more deep breath. We're going to come on up and take it to the other side. So let's extend through that left leg, hinge forward. We'll hold on to our shin or our toes. I just don't recommend putting a lot of pressure right at your knee joint there. The more you can pull your toes back, the more we get that calf, plantar fascia, Achilles stretching. And the stretching the calf really helps us not get those awful Charlie horses when it gets cold. Lengthen your spine. Try not to tuck your chin. Just lower your chest towards your thigh. Keep lengthening. Good job. And then we'll come back up, taking a twist. So if you don't cross your legs, right ankle over the left. If you are able, we'll cross high at the thigh. Arms will reach overhead. And then we'll get a nice twist to our right. So resting your left arm on the knee, Pull your right rib back, open that shoulder and turn your head, sitting nice and tall, broaden your chest. Lift to the crown of the head. Excellent. Let's release back through center and either crossing our left ankle over the right or at the thigh, whichever feels better. Arms lengthening and then twisting to our left. Pull back your left rib, your shoulder, then turn your head. So this is our rotation. Spine doesn't need to be babied. It needs to turn. Good, stretching out those muscles there and then relax yourself back through center, uncross your leg. Excellent. Now we're going to take our hands in our legs and kick that leg out and bring it back in. So you want to curl your heel up under the hamstring there. So we're working at the knee joint. Good, extending and flexing, lubricating into the knee, strengthening the quadriceps. Good, test out that range of motion. And then we'll go to the other side. So lift that up, extend out and back in. Good. Oh, you might hear some crunching. I know I do. A little bone on there, but we want to strengthen and support around that weaker joint that might have arthritis in it. Good. Okay, dope. Now putting the feet to the floor, hands on your knees. Let's lift our toes. So all of the toes lift up off the floor. The toe ball mountains can press down, the heels press down, but lift those toes. And then the four corners of your feet, the big toe, the little toe, inner and outer heel, press down. And when you lift your toes, try to spread them wide too. Good. And then lower your toes down. And then lift your toes and lower them. And lift them and spread them and lower, and one more time. Lift your toes, lower them. Now lift your heels. So the toe ball mounds stay down and lower. Good. Lift the heels. You might feel your quads a little bit too, and lower. Lift and lower. So we've got quadriceps, but calves contracting. Good. Lift your heart as you lift your heels. Lift. And lower. Now lift those heels and hold. You're contracting your calves, making them strong so they pump the blood back to your heart. Good. And then lower those heels down and then sit back so you can have your thighs supported. Right leg extends out with that flex foot and then flare your toes from the big toe to the little toe. Good. I want to engage our core here so it's not just the hip extending that leg. Hold it out there, spread the toes, flex. And then point and flex. Good. Keep those toes nice and spread though. That's important for balance, this ability to spread our toes. Good. Sit up tall and then release. Let's extend through the left leg. Hold it there. Spread your toes. The longer we can just hold that leg, the stronger the quads get, the more supported the knee is. So at home, if you do have arthritis, just holding the leg out there is going to really help that knee. Good. And then, point and flex. Keep those toes nice and wide. Excellent. And then we see our calf moving, just pumping that blood back to our heart. It's getting strong. Good. It's helping with swelling, nerve issues, varicose veins, blood pooling. All of this is helped with that calf contracting against the veins, the back of our leg there. Good. Go ahead and flex that and place it down. Now we're going to take a seat off to, take our right knee off to the right, left knee back. So we're going to take our seat and turn it into a lunge supported by the chair. Right knee's forward, so the knee and the toes face forward. Now, if the left knee's not comfortable this far back, you can place it where it is comfortable. We'll just take that left foot back as far as we can, and we'll tuck the toes. Good. And from here, just take your arms long like you got airplane wings. So reach either side. Okay. Now we're going to start twisting toward our right thigh. So take your right arm forward and then come back to neutral, airplane wings. Good. And again, twist toward your right thigh and then come back to neutral. One more time, twist toward that right thigh. Good job. Hands to your heart. You're going to try to lengthen that left leg long. Good. So you're sitting forward, get a stretch for your inner thighs, and then arms are long. So warrior two pose. Excellent job. Good stretch there. We're going to flip that front palm. Take your right arm so the biceps close to your cheek. This is a reverse warrior. Good. Breathe. And then come back to warrior two. Nice. Now from here, take your palms up and overhead. See those palms touch? And then arms float back down. Look over that middle finger. And then flip the palms up. Palms touch. Exhale, arms float down, light as a feather. Good, one more time. Lengthen the arms up, palms touch, and then see if you can take those arms back behind you a little bit. Oh, stretch those shoulders, and then float them back down. Good job. Let's take our feet back to center and set it up to the other side. So first, we come into a lunge. We call this one crescent lunge. We're on the ball of that foot. The right knee faces down, left foot's forward. And then our airplane legs, so straight out, really reach for the wall to the right and left, lengthen up, make sure you knit those ribs in, right? So we're not back arching. And then exhale, twist towards your left up. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, twist, so we're rotating our spine, we're stretching the front of that right thigh. One more time, twist toward that left thigh. Back to center, and then setting up, so we're sitting on the edge of the chair, and just do the best you can with this. Extend your inner thigh. Still want that left knee long, left arm stretching over it. Right arm stretches in the back of us. Good. Inhale and exhale here. Flip that palm, reverse your warrior. Oh, get that good stretch. Excellent. And then arms out. Now take those arms up and overhead. Flip that, palms touch. And then exhale, flow back, warrior two. Good. Lift up, palms up, long spines, palms touch. Exhale, warrior two. Now this time, arms up, and keep those arms up, kind of hook your fingers, see if you can pull your shoulders back a little bit. Pull those arms back. Good, and then right back to warrior two. Good job. Let's sit those legs out in front of us, but keep your legs a little wider. We want to realign our spine, so we're going to come into another forward fold. Hang on to your knees. Lengthen your spine, and then those of us with high blood pressure, glaucoma, we need to keep our heads up high. Feel free to just keep your head high here. Good job. If you want to go a little lower, you can slide your hands down again. Feel that stretch in your back, just looking at the floor. Good work. Now hands to your knees and press yourself up. Good job, guys. Now we're going to take our feet out in front of us and come up to a standing position. So if you need some water first, feel free to hydrate. Always a good idea. And you're going to need your strap. So go ahead and grab your strap, and then we'll lean forward and come up to stand. All right. Good job. We'll have the chair so handy, chair always handy. And you'll place your strap in the seat of your chair. So just have this chair beside of you so you have it just in case. We'll look at our feet. We want our feet hips distance and pretty parallel to each other. So the big toes are in line with each other. And your heels are right underneath your sit bones. So you can hang on to your chair if you need it. If not, both arms are going to come up halfway. And then we'll bring our hands to the heart. Good. Reach our arms all the way up. And then exhale them back down by our sides. And we'll do that again. Inhale up halfway. Hands to our hearts. Inhale, palms up, look up. Exhale the arms down. And then one more time, arms out to the side. Hands into the heart. Good. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale back down. Good job. Now we're going to step our feet to where heels are in and toes are out. Comfortable stance. Now you can have one hand to the chair at all times, but you can arms up. And we're going to slide down that imaginary wall. You can go a little bit or a lot. It just depends on your knees, your hips, your range of motion. But we'll try to get those knees pressing more toward the pinky toes, less toward the big toe. So press those knees back comfortably. This is a moonflower. We lift and we lower. We want our knees right over our ankles, shoulders relaxed, lift through the heart, low bellies in and up, lifting and lowering at our own perfect pace, using our leg muscles and our gluteals. Good. Inhale towards the sky, exhale, lower towards the earth. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, lower as appropriate for you today. Nice. Now, we're going to come on up. Careful of your chair. We're going to take what's called a sunflower. This is just hinging forward and then coming up. I want you to think like you're playing in a leaf pile. So you play with those leaves and then throw them over your shoulder. Hinging forward and coming on up. Good. Arms to the sky. And then exhale, bend those knees. Comfortable squat. Good. So warming up the shoulders, knees, hips, and ankles. Generating more heat into the center of our body. Gathering energy up for our practice. And moving our mind and our body and our breath as one. Synchronizing our movements. Exhale and inhale. A moving meditation. Good job. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Good job. Hands to your heart. We're going to step those feet together. Grab our strap and hang on to it behind our back here. Nice. Now this one, reaching the arms away from us if we can. If not, just roll those shoulders and hold on to your strap. We want to lift our belly, knit the ribs so we're not back arching, and you can bend your elbows and take your hands to open your chest. Take your hands away from you. Good, you can lift your chin, just don't back bend, and you don't have to lift your chin if that's painful. It's just an option. Good, lift your chest, root through the heels, neutral pelvis. Nice, one more breath. And release. Let's come back to our chair. Good job. Have a seat. Excellent. Now we have some balancing exercises to do. We're going to warm up in the chair and then we're going to come back up to seated. Before we strengthen our balance muscles, we want to warm them up first. So let's start with our pelvic circles. That means we need to scoot forward of our chair, hands on our knees, and start your circles. You want to make sure you have enough room that you can lean back as well as lean forward. If you struggle with balance, the balance exercises we're getting ready to do, they're all meant to improve our balance. If we don't practice our balance, we can begin to lose it over time. We do lose the sense of balance. And we don't want to worry if we lose our balance. Go the other way. We want the ability to right ourselves. So let's switch directions and loosen up these hips, right? Trips are inevitable. We are going to trip over something at some point. Sometimes we miss a stair. We just catch our foot on something. So we want to make sure we have nice, strong, supple hips. Let's take those feet out in front of us. Make sure you're sitting forward because now we're going to lean forward and lean back. So you can tap your shoulders to the back of the chair. This one is loosening the hips. It's strengthening your core, but it's loosening your hips. It's like WD-40 for your hips. It's getting a lot of synovial fluid in there. Good. Let's take that forward and back. Nice. Two more like that. Forward and back. You got it. Okay, now sit center. And we're going to lift up one sit bone and the other off the chair, right? So shake it here from side to side. Think like you could touch your hip up underneath your armpit there, like we're dancing. Remember, these exercises help keep us nice and strong so you can continue all the things you love to do. All right, keep going here. 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Now I want us to do some seated marches. So we'll pick up those feet and march it out for a bit. Good. We should start to be able to feel those muscles we're strengthening, right? These are the balancing muscles. We're starting to work all those muscles through our hips, should be warming up, might be fatiguing a little, but all that's a good sign that we're getting the blood flow and the strength there. Opposite arm and leg, march it out, pick up those feet. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. To come to standing, arms out. We're leaning ourselves forward, and we're going to come up. 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right. Let's place our chair over to our left hand. Chair for balance if you need it, but if you don't have to use it. So it's just there in case, right? So whenever we're balancing, if you just pick up your leg and you're not conscious about engaging your muscles, you're going to be wobbly. You're going to fall off center. How we firm ourselves is to root down through the left leg, your big toe, your pinky toe, and the center of your heel. Spread your toes and then pull up this quadricep, pull this knee up. That's going to stabilize this left leg and your balance will be much stronger. So you can use your chair here, but with this strong left leg, we're going to take our right leg and take it out to the side for balance. So lift and lower. Think about lifting that outer ankle bone and heel. This leg, pull up that quad. Really root down through that left foot and zipper up your abs. Good. So we're strengthening abductors, the outer thigh, gluteus medius and minimus. They are the hip stabilizers. These are the muscles that catch us if we lose balance. Very important muscle group to strengthen. Good. 3 more. 2, 1. Nice. Now engage this leg because we're going to lift and hold here. So lift it up there. Nice. Really root down through that left foot. It's okay if your ankle's wobbling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Prance it out. Let this left leg relax. But notice, the more you can engage those quads on the left and support it with the core, your balance will be much easier. So pull up that quads, press down through the foot, right leg lifts and lowers. Pointing our toes to the ceiling. It's coming from the core, right? It's not just this hip crease. So really use those core muscles. Root down through the left foot, just like a tree. All the energy goes down into the floor, down into the ground. And then gravity will rebound back up and help support you. Good. Lift your chest, pull your chin back a little bit. All that helps. Nice. Now we're going to hold it up there. Breathe. Getting strong. This is quadricep. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Prance that out. Just give it all a little break. All right. Let's march it out, actually. March it. Let's stretch our back. All right, but we have one more on this side before we switch sides. Just swing those arms, pick up your knees. This is balance too, right? Got one foot off the floor. Okay, now the last one we're going to do on this side, root down through that left leg, pull up the quad. You're going to stand on the right ball of the foot and lift and lightly tap. Pull up those abdominals, really root down, pull up that quad. That's going to help. Good. If you get off balance, just grab your chair. Exhale. I'm going to try to get our knee in line with our hip. If you can't go that high, it's okay. Just take that foot off the floor any degree. 2 more. Great work. Now we're going to lift it up and hold, but keep breathing. We never hold our breath. Keep breathing. Find a focal point for 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it. Yes, good job. Relax. If you had a big explosive exhale at the end, odds are you're holding your breath, so try not to hold your breath. All right, take it to the other side. So we'll have our chair to our right hand. Excellent. We're going to take all of this to the other side. So standing on the right leg, you've got a big toe, little toe ball mound reading the center of the heel. Hold that quad up. Make it firm. And then left leg comes in and out. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Think about the root points of that foot. Pressing down. From the knee down, press down. From the quad up, pull up. Good. So you have dual action for the same purpose of rooting and grounding yourself. Use that core. That will help. Good. Gluteus medius, minimus, and abductors. Hip stabilizers. One more. And then we're going to root down and lift and hold, but keep breathing. Breathe in and out. Don't hold your breath. Good. Tap down if you need to. Nicely done. Prance that out. Give a little break. Next one is we'll take the left leg straight out in front of us. So root down through that right foot, left leg out in front. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Right out there in front. Good. So we want to strengthen the leg muscles all around the leg, all four sides of the legs. Kick in to help support us. Good. Toes straight up now. Hinging at our hip. Good work. I know it's a lot of work for that quadricep, but remember, these are muscles of independence. We want these muscles strong. Good. Two more. Nice. One more. We're going to lift it up and hold it, but keep breathing. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Prance out. And then march with 2 feet. Let those arms sway. Let the legs relax. Back relaxes. It's a lot of work, balance, but it's so worth it. This, what we do now, our future selves will thank us for. So we have the sense of balance. We have the strength for balance. New neural pathways for balance. So let's root down through that right leg, engage the quad. I'm going to lift the knee in a one-legged march. Lift and lower. Use those core muscles. Good. Like a string. The string comes from your core. Core's controlling that leg. Good. We've got 4 more like that. 3. See how much those quadriceps really help with balance. Now we're going to lift the leg up. So root down to lift up. There you go. Keep breathing. Find your focal point. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. March that out. Standing marches. Now we're going to come to the chair in front of us. Okay, and then we're going to take some squats. So squats strengthen our hips, knees, and ankles, our gluteals, quadriceps. So you can hang on to your chair and just imagine you're sitting in a chair that's directly behind you. Hips back, weight in your heels, and then come to stand. Good. Hip hinge, send those hips back. So we take the weight into the quadricep muscle and the hamstrings, not so much your knee joint. Reach back. If there's a wall there, you're trying to touch your hips back to that wall. Good. Back stays nice and straight. 2 more. Good. Whew. Come on up. And 1 more. Hips back, then bend your knees. Beautiful. Come on up. Excellent job. Standing marches. Good. Let those arms sway. That releases any tightness in the back. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we're gonna, if you want to have your chair in front of you, may I have it here so you can see me. We're just gonna step side to side. Our lateral stepping, again, works the inner and outer thighs. It keeps the hips moving. When the hips are mobile, the back is lubricated. Lateral is such a great therapeutic walk for the hips. We don't take a lateral walk very often. Good, but it's important for the health of our hips to go sideways. We do most of our movement forward, right? So here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to our marches. March again. Good. Marching is great for your back, by the way. Good. It's that blood flowing, it's the lymph flowing, stretches the muscles. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Okay, let's come back to our chairs. Great job with all of that, everybody. All right, so have a seat. Have some water. It was a lot of work. Excellent. All right, we have a little core work because balance comes from the floor, core. The minute you pick 1 foot up off the floor, core is going to kick in. So you've got to have a strong core to help your body stay upright in space. So we're going to sit at the edge of our chair, lean back, hang on, lift our legs, point our toes, and do a little swimming. Lean back with a straight spine and zipper up those abs. So the core is moving those legs. Good. Take those legs up and down. Feel those abs working here. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and seated marches. We're going to cool down the opposite of how we warmed up. Seated marches. Good. Oh, cooling back down again before we stretch it out. All right, let's take those feet out, sit close to the edge of the chair, go back to your pelvic circles. These are nice before and after a walk or a workout because it stretches the hips, it's toning and stretching, and then we stretch. Yes. Strengthen and stretch. We need both. Good. And let's pause and go the opposite direction. Forward and back, shifting weight on one sit bone to the other and leaning forward, side, and back. Good. Relaxing it all back out. Nice. Feet out in front of us. And we're going to lean forward and back again. So forward and tap to the back of the chair. Good. Oh, excellent job. Forward and back. Good work. Excellent job. All right. And then the last one, take those hips, lift one hip and the other. One hip and the other. Good job. Ooh, keep lifting those hips. Nice. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Shoulder roll up, back and around. Nice. We'll bend our right knee round, so you're tucking your tail, tucking in, knee to nose, stretch the upper back. Good, come up in a tall spine. We'll circle our ankle out here. And reverse, circle the other way. Point and flex. Excellent. While we're here, we'll rest our ankle on our thigh or ankle to ankle. If this is not in your range of motion, sitting tall, we'll hinge ourselves forward. Let's keep our neutral chin. So stretching out those hip muscles that we worked with the leg lifts. Good. Breathe here. Doing all those exercises on a regular basis will help tremendously with your balance. So if you can do those leg lifts on your own, good, couple times a week. Nice, come on up. Let's take our left hand, reach tall and lean off to the right. And then we'll come up and take our left hand to the right knee and a little peek over that right shoulder. Nice, release. And if you have the range of motion, hugging in and just take your knee toward your shoulder, getting deeper in that hip. Good work. Release. We'll take it to the other side. So left knee into your nose, round the back, tuck the chin. Get some pliability into the back. Good. Sit tall, circle the ankle. Might be clicking and hopping a little bit. Let's go both ways. Point and flex the foot. And then ankle to ankle or ankle to thigh, either one's fine, and then take a hinge forward, leading with our chest, shimmy those hips back, roll your shoulders back. Good job, and breathe. The longer the exhale, the more we'll create space for the gluteus medius, minimus, piriformis, abductor. They're all kind of there together, and then the sciatica nerve. So the more we can stretch, the more we give space. So nerves come in and out of the spinal column. We just need to make some space in the spinal column for everything to work and function properly, and it's not impinged on and causing nerve pain. Good. And then coming on up, we'll take the right arm up for a tall spine, and then bend the elbow and lean. So there's the lateral flexion. And then we'll come up for axial extension and then rotation. Good. Oh, feels nice. Excellent job. Back through center, place the feet on the floor and scoot all the way back. Roll your shoulders back and down, just close your eyes. Let your tongue lower from the roof of your mouth. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Good, relax your belly, your pelvic floor. Relax your quadriceps and your hamstrings, your calves. Let your feet feel heavy, your hands feel heavy, and breathe. Take a body scan and notice any areas of your body that you could relax a little bit more. Use your breath, the focus of your mind. Inhale out peacefulness. Exhale out letting go. Again, inhaling peace. Exhale, releasing and letting go. Inhale, arms out and overhead, pulling in gratitude for our healthy bodies, our community, our yoga practice. Thanks so much for joining. You did wonderful as always. Be well. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mindy. Good work.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.